Well, guys, first of all, congratulations for this amazing film, an unexpected movie. I must confess that I cried a lot.
Thank you.
A lot.
Nice to know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start talking about the title of the movie. I think it's brilliant because suggests that the film goes on a way, but takes you in different directions that make each of it twist and turn unexpected. So, what does this title means to you guys?
เดี๋ยวพี่เจียก่อนเลยฮะพี่เจียเลยครับ
Oh, you should, okay. No, I think it's definitely a good point because a lot of people who heard the names thinking this movie is comedy one, right? But it's not. So you're gonna have to ask Pat about how he come up with the name. But for me, I think the name is brilliant because it's very catchy and it's also get people in a different world. But when they got to inside the cinema, then they realize that, oh no, it's not what I'm thinking. And it's exactly what it meant as well, actually, right? It's not a tricky anything, it's not a tricky name, it's exactly what it meant. But I think, yes, you're right. The names, I think, is pretty impactful.
The name come very early during the writing process. It came from our writer, Tosapon. He actually came up with that name, but the first draft of the script, it was really a comedy, just like PTA said. But then as we write, the genre changed and it become like what you saw. But the name was still there because we weren't so good in English, so we have no idea how to change it. So we keep that way, yeah, until WME, our agent, Nelson, he saw the name and he really liked it, so we went with that.
If you have had to spend $1 million just to fulfill your grandmother's dream, what would you use it for it? Or if you were given to the opportunity to spend your last moments with you and you have that money at your disposal, what would you do?
So if you get 1 million, how you gonna spend with your grandma, right? Is that what you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually just gave my money to my grandma. Yeah, so and I might give it to her because it's really fun to see how she used it. And the fact is that she took a long time in like contemplating who would she give it to and how much, and that's so funny to watch.
I
And
think
for you?
Yeah, for me, I lost one of my grandma, but you know what? That's a lovely question because I can imagine my grandma also go. I mean, if I give it to her, she would say to me, "Let's give it to other people as well," so she can give it to every single family member that she loves. But for me and her, I think it's about food because we love. I think we share the love, so we might kind of eat a lot of good food, go to the restaurant that we love together. So that's about it, food and relationship.
Mhm.
Yeah, you never know. Your grandmother in Las Vegas drinking a lot. You never know.
Yeah.
And do you have any personal experience with your grandmothers that helped shape your work in this movie?
Yeah, we were very close because my grandmother is the one who take care of all the kids while the adults are working. So yeah, but it's so close that we she called because she's a Chinese. Uh, and she wasn't so good in Thai, so she used the name that we call when you she always say she doesn't use polite words. So that was transferred to us as a kids. So it somehow portrayed in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a good relationship, had a good relationship with my grandma as well. We play, and I'm only know the card game only one. I play that card game to my grandma, and I'm all up her games, but just fun, it's nothing to do with the gambling and everything. And yeah, so I have a good relationship, and I think one thing that's my the films is parallel. My life is parallel to the movie is I can see how much the connections with their M and grandma can grow because when they spend time together, that's a time, isn't it, that we don't have. But once we spend time together, that is really deep. And I think I can see that grow. And it's made the movie so believable because for me, if I had much more time than my grandma, she would be one of the most prominent people in my life.
And Pat, you co-write and direct the film. And how was the script process or research? Because I'm asking you because watching this movie makes me feel angry sometimes because you know that there are people who treat their mother or grandmothers like that. So how was it this process? And for you, Sarinrat, in the actress way, what emotions did you feel when you read the script for the first time?
Okay, during the process, it's mostly about me and the writer. We would sat down for like 5 hours, 4 hours a day, and we would throw in our experience about our family members. And it's like pretty much like gossiping them. And we would collect those moments, those emotions that we have with them, and we would just arrange it based on the character that from the people that we knew from our lives. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The hard thing about it is that how could you how can you how can you still keep all the details that you like and somehow deliver it to and I put a lot of attention to this process of like meeting the actors and actress and talk a lot with them. Also, Sarinrat, we talk so much and she share a lot of common experience about this. Yeah, I'll give it to her.
Yeah, I have to tell you first because I'm not in Thailand. I'm living in York, UK, England. So when you say how what did I feel reading the script? It's mix of emotion. First of all, why Pat choose me? I mean, did he see anything in me? So it's kind of the earner, in a sense, if you can imagine. The second one is I'm a mom as well. So I understand, when you do something, you think about your mom and you think about other people. And as a mom in Sino-Thai or, Thai Chinese or Chinese Thais as you may, I understand about those culture inside, especially the men and women in those Thai Chinese culture. So it's interesting. And I just, I remember I couldn't wait for the shooting days. I just thinking, please come in quicker, quicker. I'm waiting for the day they tell me the shooting arrive or whatever. So yeah, it's very good feeling. And I think it's the movie that can relate it to a lot of people since I read the script because it's a family, it's about Thai culture, Thai Chinese culture, and it's about intergenerational relationship. So I think it will be resonate with a lot of people. Yeah.
And guys, can you describe the movie in one sentence or one word?
For me, it's in one word, in one sentence.
One sentence.
I think it's a wow. My English is not that good
One
also.
word.
It's like a rendering of our big family upbringing. Yeah.
I would say the dynamic of the family when we together and not together in
Wow.
in in the Thai Chinese culture.
Wow,
That's a
that's
difficult question, isn't it? That's a difficult one.
Well, and to close really short, guys, what message do you think this film sent to the audience?
I think it doesn't really send a message like, okay, please understand this, but it might send a signal. I mean, a signal that might trigger the audience experience about their own experience. Yeah.
I think for me it's more like even though time change, we are in a different generations and everything, but family is family, and it's still the most important elements in our life. It's still the root of everything. So I would say family is the root core of every single one of us. Yeah.
Well, perfect. Thank you guys for your time, and congratulations for this amazing film. Makes me cry a lot. And thank you for that also.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Benjamin.
Thank you.